Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street. Oh, that didn't work. Live from 58 Dream Street. We're James with the Games. Happy Saturday, folks. I believe in my heart. Yep, I did it. Set the microphone up properly so you can hear me. Excellent. Happy Saturday. Here we are after an unplanned 2-week hiatus. Sad to report that this is going to be a short one with a hard stop time. Beautiful, Cedric. I am sad because at some point in the last 2 weeks, I had thought of the perfect, in my mind, obnoxious episode title for this one, where we're going to at least try to pop back to 3 like the quest wants us to, pop over to Winters because we got the pencil eraser. We can get to your sanctuary location, I believe, pop back to 3 and then go to Summers. Yeah, I had something. It was obnoxious, but I just can't remember it. So the Boys of Summers is okay, I guess. Here we are. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm looking at the clock there. I'm starting a little bit late. It's a hectic time, month, God. We have 80 minutes here, so maybe we're not going to do all those things I just said, but we'll try. We'll do as much as we can. And also, I'm going to do everything I can to make this not turn out to be true, but I might have to take next weekend off for a thing that is not going to be a preferable alternative for me. I can live with the hard stop today because lovely friends are coming over to have a lovely evening, so we got to tidy up and stuff. Anyway, whatever. What are you going to do? Here we are. Looking forward to starting this with Greg on Wednesday. River City Saga, 3 Kingdoms. We did not get to it the other day because, oh my goodness, there's a lot of exposition in Rushing Beat X, Return of Brawl Brothers, which we did manage to finish. That was cool. Okay. This is a new attempt in my goal of figuring out how to make the sitting in my armchair work. I realized, why am I adjusting every single thing that I use to deal with where the chair is located in the room when the chair is not heavy? It's an IKEA armchair. Why don't I just move the chair over? So I tried that, and one thing is that the lighting is not good. Too close to that window. But that's going to be a problem. I got to think about what to do with that window. I need something other than a sheer white curtain on it, I think. Or we just need to get some weather here. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed the part where there were multiple Edgars and Greg and I harmonized our voices for the line readings. I gotta say, that Rushing Beat X, I remain baffled. Like, I really appreciate the care and love they put into particularly their script. There's something disarming about the sincerity, because like Battletoads 2020, which we just played, also had too much script. I think in many ways the script was a little bit sharper for Battletoads had some good gags, some good like Adult Swim style gags and stuff. Rushing Beat X has yeah, Juliet definitely. I mean, she's clearly gonna have a role to play in the. I hope they left so many breadcrumbs, like not just for another game in the series, but for like some guidance and some prequels. I really hope that just not just because I enjoyed it, but I did. I hope they make more, but I also hope they make more just because like they so clearly want to, like from the bottom of their hearts. I hope they get to do it. Okay. Fast text speed, please. Stereo sound. And, yeah, why not? Mint today. Nice. And here we go. Yeah, Battletoads 2020 also had very long cutscenes. They're fully voice acted. Maybe that's part of the problem. But it's not voice acted. I get to have fun doing stupid voices. Turn this up a little bit. What are their names? The Runaway Five. Get their vibe pumping in our ears. Okay, I should close off my thought. Yeah, but I think because the tone of Battletoads 2020 is smug and ironic, I found it grating after a while, even when it was well executed. Whereas the totally played straight, like, just, we assume you really care about the intricate conspiracy plot built in the original trilogy of Rushing Beat games in the 1990s, and if you don't care, don't worry, we'll recount it all for you in immense detail in case we're not gonna let you get lost. That's perfect. And quite frankly, I would love, like, of the things that the original Battletoads gets right, like effortlessly creating the feeling that it's an adaptation of a Saturday morning cartoon show from the early 90s that we just never saw. The recurring villain of the Dark Queen and her henchmen, who are alternatingly like pigs, anthropomorphic pigs and rats and stuff, and then the three Battletoads with their bird father figure mentor. I would love to just, if the game just played that straight. I just loved it. Made cheesy jokes. Like, I remember one episode of TMNT, the original animated series, where they come swinging in to some scene and they go, "To the rescue!" But they're like off balance or something. I don't know. For some reason, they all fall into a big heap while they're swinging into the scenes. They go, "To the rescue!" Oh, and they're like, "Oh, to the hospital." British, welcome. Why am I the evil avatar of summer? Okay, you can get on the bus now. There's no need to wait. I wasn't waiting, I was walking around to get on the bus, but okay. All right, on to 3. This one's funny because getting here from Threed, we needed the Runaway Five because their loud music playing from the bus scared away the ghosts that were at that time. Ah. Yes, summer is a real mixed bag. Like, there are nice days in summer. There can also be days that are just intolerably hot. I've brought this up time and time again, and I'll say it again. In the Heian period of Japanese history, when the nobles had their annual poetry contest for what the best season was, there were only 2 teams in the poetry contest. The fall team and the spring team. They didn't even entertain the possibility that winter or summer could be good seasons. Or like high top rank seasons. And yeah, late spring or early autumn has every single thing that you might like about summer. And then none of that stuff. But the other thing for me though, is because I went directly from being a perpetual student, getting 2 master's degrees throughout my 20s, to being a faculty member. Summer never stopped meaning less work for me. So like, that part, I think a lot of what people, even people who think they love summer generally, even though they're going to be complaining about the humidity or whatever, I think a lot of what they really love is that when they were a kid, there was 2.5 months of the year or whatever, where it felt like forever they were just going to play every day. All right, made it. I'm sorry we couldn't do more for you. Remember though, we're on your side. When you're having a tough time, just think of our songs and imagine the Runaway Five singing somewhere far, far away. By the way, why did you need to come back here? You must have forgotten some very important item or gadget here. How's that for a guess? Am I close? Well, you don't have to tell me. See you later. Good luck. Thank you, sir. And then there... Oh, wow. If they're going back 4 sideway, that was a really generous of them to give us a ride. It was out of their way and everything. Utterly unnecessary, because like I said, we needed them the first time. We have the teleport spell now. We don't need shit from anyone. Hey, it's the orange kid. After the buses started running again, I decided to come see my boyfriend. Oh wait, this isn't the... Is it the orange kid? At any rate, it's some jerk. It's not the orange kid, I don't think. Just a jerk. We've also had this dialogue before. I really shouldn't have, though. think it's totally valid to hate the player in this instance. Okay. We made it back to Threed. But before we do the thing here, let's go to Winters and see what we're able to accomplish. Right. It's not that... I forgot the crucial thing that actually we've given them far more. We've definitely sufficiently paid for the flight. Alright, we're up here in Winters. Which means, I saw you once before, just for a second. You know my fiance. My fiance loves to chew gum. Her fiance is the bubble monkey. He went to visit Dr. Ananat's lab, but he hasn't returned yet. I want to go there soon. I want to go there so I can get him home, but without him I can't cross Lake Tess. I'm really worried that the mad doctor will use him in a crash test. Oh, don't worry, he has a son for that. But am I possibly overestimating the extent to which I can deal with this right now? I think. No. Oh, because these are new enemies that weren't here to fight Jeff. You know what? Hello, Funkle Drunk. Funkle Drunk. That's a fun name. No, it did. I like saw the gate and it didn't even occur to me maybe I could go through the gate into school. So I should double back. Can we come in? No. Is there a secret way in? Okay. Unless. Is Tony by any chance come to the shop? No, he is not. Well, maybe someday. Okay. I shall travel now. It kind of seems possible that I can't do this part right now. I'm not sure. I can't like, I know you gotta come back here at some point in the game. Don't remember why or to what end. Poor put upon Tony. He just hears Jeff's voice and he's like... Wait, you know what? I'm just gonna have Ness go ahead and keep himself alive. Whoa. Back on track. Okay, never mind. This is gonna be okay. Yep. Take that, lesser mook. Oh man. That's the lesser mook. Okay, we're just killing him. This is it. He's going down. I believe. Okay, that's bad. Hey, thanks for following. I really gotta update these sprites. I updated my core sprite of myself to reflect some of my aesthetic adjustments. But all the little animations that come up still make me look like I have a mustache, among other things. Alright, level 38. Offense went up by 1. Vitality went up by 1. Maximum hit points went up by 5. This is a catastrophe, though. Ness has been diamondized. So, the question becomes, wait, does a secret herb fix it? Secret herb fixes everything, right? Yes. Alright, why not? The alternative is to hold on to it until the end of the game and never use it. Eventually put it in a... you know... snail storage. Escargot Express storage. Yes, absolutely. Oh, goodness. You know what I should have considered doing? Healing. Okay, instead, what I'll do is assume, this might be a foolish assumption, I want to believe that freeze pie, no, I should have known he was going to have resistance. He's casting freeze. Okay, that's great. Love when the whirling robo just wastes its turn. And Paula's asleep. I think we can live with that. Okay. My goodness. Jeff has been diamondized. Okay. Dun, dun. It's a great tune, though. Among many other... Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. There. Whew. Yeah. We're clearly traveling... I don't think this detour was necessarily indicated right now. But, what are you going to do? I don't think healing beta does diamond eyes. Clearly need. Okay. Well, don't want to use another herb. I should just flee home. I absolutely should not have done that. That was foolish. Ooh, what is this guy? What is the cohort of the woolly shambler? Okay, yeah, sure. If I was like called upon to describe this thing to the police or the X-Files division. Oh no, this is so far. Like, it's my first go through in over a decade. But no, I have played a lot of it in the past. All right, I think I'm probably just getting taken out here, which is fine. I've got a lot of money in the bank. Yeah, at first, I remember, like, they had Earthbound at the rental store I always went to as a kid, but they never... Yeah, it's around, like, not quite 15 for me, because I can remember which apartment I lived in the last time that I played the game, but that would have been in 2014, I think. So I have a pretty well-formed sense of what's going on. Do I have enough runway? Just enough runway. Okay, excellent. Alright, we're all messed up. At the very least. I wish I had psychic powers that I could use to cure the common cold. I've only had like 3, maybe 4... No, 3 colds since the pandemic started. And everybody got a little bit more responsible with washing their hands and not coughing on strangers. But I don't meet them with any form of courage. I'm the absolute stereotype of the man who just melts down and can't be resilient in the face of a mild illness. Oh, please do. Oh, you may not believe it. I'm a healer. If you have some illness that cannot be treated at the hospital, what is his voice? It's my job to cure you. You need some help? Yes. What do you want me to do? Would you please soften our friend Jeff? Which one of us needs this healing? It's the diamond statue boy right here that we're dragging around on a little dolly. There, you're already healed. Can I do my job well or what? Who do you want to see? Paula. Paula was just brought in and is still unconscious. Please pay $120. Ooh. I've only played Evo. If it's the game I'm thinking of. Super Nintendo sort of like side-scrolling exploration action RPG where you play a creature and you gradually evolve yourself. Is that the game you're talking about? Because if that's the game you mean, I remember having about a 1 week infatuation with it on an emulator with a friend. Yeah. That's one of those games that just like, yeah. I have very fond memories of playing it very briefly. But it's not one that I've revisited a lot, but perhaps I should sometime. Yeah, I remember really, really enjoying it. My understanding is there's all like this Ness one is like a port or adaptation, like a that has changed significantly from an original on a different platform, but I might be imagining that. One moment. Going to Wikipedia here. Development. Yeah, there's a... Okay. Yeah. The company had a game called Evo, The Theory of Evolution, or under its Japanese title, 4.6 Billion Year Story, The Theory of Evolution, on the NEC PC 9801. Cool. Neat. I have played very little in terms of PC Engine games. Okay, wait. I gotta think. Why am I here? Why does it matter? Something about fixing the flying machine? Taking an unplanned 2-week break from my Saturday Earthbound sessions. It's not optimal for remembering the exact next thing I have to do in the sequence, as opposed to the general next thing I need to do in the sequence. I think I need, like, don't know if it's a stream game, maybe it is. But yeah, I gotta check out, I gotta revisit the Super Nintendo game, but also, like, I should check out the PC Engine one. Or not PC Engine, PC 98. Very different things. PC Engine is not a PC at all. Hooray! Well, I'm glad that worked out, Cedric. Where'd you go on vacation? I think you might have mentioned it already. Don't think I'm doing the right thing. Oh, no, because I'm okay. It's a totally different hole. This is the hole that leads back to Saturn Valley. I guess the big plus side to winters being a no-go for me right now. Nice. Any notable highlights from the con? I think this is the year I'm finally going to actually go to the con in my fair city. Largely because I gotta narrow it down and choose a character to cosplay. But now that I have the whole getting positive attention thing going in my life, it increases the appeal of going to the thing. Here we are.
We painted over all the damaged parts of the Skyrunner. Now I wonder how you start this thing up. I want you to stay, but if you can't, so long. Thanks for every little thing. Here's the problem, and it's not too tough to fix. Hang on for a second or two. There. That should do it. Now if we board, the Skyrunner will take us back to Winters.
Oh, how about that?
with Dr. Ananut's help.
It's a nice touch that Jeff never calls him Dad.
I can modify the machine to fly out to Summers. If Dad, I mean Dr. Andanuts.
Okay, perfect. As soon as I comment on it, the game is like, no, we're super aware of this, and Jeff's aware of this.
It's not available. I'll have to figure it out by myself. Anyway, let's go back to the lab in Winters. That's it. Go, machine, go!
Well, how about that? I was right that we were going to pop over to Winters. Such a nice touch that his wacky Skyrunner invention apparently can't be piloted. Like it's exclusively an autopilot thing. Very nice. I have like a fair bit of Fire Emblem experience, but what characters are spotlighted? Dr. Andernuts walks a fine line with copyright and trademark. Nice. Fungal Drug, I did not play it on the air, but I've beaten it exactly once. I can see myself doing it again. Doing an out of order thing here. I think I can picture Titania. Ah, yes. Yep, that's exactly who I was picturing. Jill, I cannot picture. Oh. Cute Wyvern Rider girl. The Ness one. I've done Mother 3 as well, exactly once in my life on an emulator. And I feel pretty confident that I'm going to want to do Mother 3 again in my life, and that I might as well do it on the stream. And having said that out loud, it's like, well, why wouldn't you also do Mother 1? So perhaps I shall. What was the other one? Elincia. I think I got far enough. Kikiku, which means thanks for taking care of my husband the other day. She made her way here somehow. I don't know what the story is of that.
Oh yes, we finally tied the knot. Cookie kiki. Honey, don't just stand there with your mouth open. Say hello.
Lucina, obviously I know. Lucina? Whatever. Looking them all up. Yunaka. Never played Fire Emblem Engage, but yes. Is this a popular character? If I cosplayed her, will people get it at the con this year? And Lapis, also from Fire Emblem Engage. Cute. Nice. Oh, wow. I put it up long enough that the rhythm mechanic was tight. I was very fond of it. Really enjoyed the game, and also really enjoyed specifically that edition. Just, yeah. You already, like, part of the appeal here is listening to the music. So why not just be like, oh, sweet. I did not get that from looking at the picture of Lapis. I did not think, oh, she must be the one who you keep her alive in a side quest, and then she joins you, and then if you can somehow keep her alive long enough to promote her, she becomes insane. And here comes Bubble Monkey. So, you passed by a cave north of Stonehenge. Don't you ever wonder what's inside? Yes, I've been speaking about this. The audience can attest.
Can't seem to stop thinking about it.
Gotta be very careful with that one. Yikes.
Go and see what's there.
Nice.
We're gonna get out of here.
We're still newlyweds, you know.
Bye-bye.
He elbows you in the ribs when he says that. Newlyweds. Be blowing bubbles tonight, baby. Don't know what that means, and I don't want to explore it anymore.
Oh, you surprised me. Oh, you're Ness, aren't you? Jeff wets his bed sometimes, but other than that, he's a good boy. Oh, take care of yourself and Jeff. Oh, the Bubble Monkey said there's a cave north of Stonehenge. Known about it for a long time.
Well, hey, if Cedric's up to the labor, I have a proposal, which is that if you go to the About section of the Twitch channel here, we have a Discord you can join. And don't worry, you won't be bombarded with I put announcements out. Hey, this is canceled. Hey, this is gonna happen. Hey, this is rescheduled. And then otherwise, every now and then, like one of our regulars, Stimpinski, buys some board games and tells us what you get and stuff like that. So I bet if you joined, I can't bring I hadn't thought about what it might involve. I was just like, what is a suggestive thing that the Bubble Monkey could say? I was like, oh, his whole personality is he likes to blow bubbles. So.
The locals call the area a rainy circle, but I haven't been there.
I wonder what's inside of the cave. I understand.
While you're checking out that place, I'll work on remodeling the Skyrunner. Oh, yes. My co-worker, Bigfoot, dislikes violence. He's such a nice guy, and he loves people. He often shares his beef jerky with me.
Great story, Dr. Ananuts. Hey, Bigfoot.
Wooga booga.
Oh, yes. Closing the loop. Maybe Cedric will show us his art. I need to finally... You might notice over my head, there's a local artist who does these awesome Edwardian Mario portraits. And I have so many of them. And some of them, Danielle was giving them to me as regularized gifts for a long period of time. And some of them she put in frames that are really big, but also don't have a stand thing. So I don't have anywhere to get them displayed. So she takes some of the photos. May I help you? What would you like? Okay, hold on. So Andonuts gets the free beef jerky and we have to pay. Not cool. Let's grab another secret herb. Who's gonna carry it? Ness will carry it. Means thank you very much. And then he said something that means would you like anything else? And I do mainly what would you like? Just a cup of coffee, because I'm mainly just interested.
Wungadin?
No, okay. I was like, did they make up different babble? There must be art channels on Discord. And certainly that is one thing we can do with our Discord. Broken pipe. Jeff takes it. All right, sweet. Hopefully he can fix that, and then we'll have a... I can't remember what the broken pipe becomes. I assume it's not just a lead pipe bashing weapon, but that would be funny. I like this song, but the other Coldplay, the Snowman song, I think. Snowman, I think is the name of it. I like that. Well, here we are. Stonehenge. Oh. Interesting. Didn't remember that there was an under... But I should have known. Obviously, you have to go through a thing. Oh, no. For some reason, something that looks like a very large iron eraser is in the way. It's a shame, because our dear friend, the Apple Kid, has invented a pencil eraser. A little bit. I'm not a great artist, and I'm also a person who has too many little interests. So I'm often, like I don't think I've drawn anything this year. I've been so busy. But I do a little bit of pixel art. Hold on. Let me show you my... I referred earlier to my little dude, my updated me sprite. Hold on. Do. Create new. Uno momento. Well, I can't show you everyone right now because I have done a fair bit over the years, but I'll show you plenty right now, and I'll be certainly happy to share over time some more. So this is my current version of me. I think I did a pretty good job. This is the specific sweater I was trying to draw. Although I need to update, I got new glasses, so I don't have like a green frame anymore. I was never any good at drawing, and I was also, as a kid, I was the kind of kid who, I got the most praise I got as a kid was for being really good at math and spelling and whatever. So like the fact that I was bad at art class made me really not like art, and made me really intimidated about drawing. And then I started doing it same time I did this, because I thought I will become a pixel artist to make gimmicks for my stream. And the first one I ever did... Oh, plenty. This was my original one, which... See, the change from the first me to the second me, it's not that dramatic of a change in my real life. Like, the overall look, like, fair bit more effeminate. But I was not, like, super jacked before. It's just that this is the first sprite I did, and it's... You can probably tell, it's just a hack of Mega Man. So the body is exactly Mega Man's body with no outline, and then just my head. But then, I do a couple streams on here with friends of mine. So, like, my buddy Greg. There's him with his head. Here, there's actually... By the time I did this drawing of Greg, I'd got to the point that I was freehanding new sprites, sort of in a style that doesn't necessarily... Like, they're not changes of Mega Man, but they're all... The first one is. It's just Mega Man 2, right? This one I was largely drawing on my own, but I couldn't get the hair right. And I showed it to Greg, and I was like, what do you... Like, any thoughts? Like, it is your hair. Like, what do you think I can do here? And he was like, honestly, I think if you just take Mega Man 2... Like, the Mega Man 2 hair, I think it will just look like my hair. And it does. Perfect. Great. So that does have a Mega Man element in it. And then on Fridays, we play Frosthaven together. So my friend Rich, this is Rich. So this one, like, I never was. No. I'm vaguely, like, I know what it is, I think. But, no. So yeah, that's Rich. So these are all kind of the same style. I'm really proud of this latest one. The latest one I've done in this style, our friend Sid has joined us. And, you don't know Sid, so you wouldn't look at this and just be like, wow, you did a great job of capturing Sid's essence. But that's Sid. Okay, what about... I want to get back to the game, because I got a hard stop. I have to stop in like 45 minutes. But What more? What's a fun thing? You know what? Here's a. This is not cleaned up. I meant to go back and finish this. I forgot about this. Did this a long time ago. But this is me. The Discord link is in the About section. There's not that like I should really be posting more. Like I don't think I've ever shared this in the Discord. This is just for my 40th birthday. My partner Danielle arranged a drag photo shoot for me. So this is my drag persona, and I took an actual one of the pictures from it, and then basically just reduced the resolution enough that I could like get at it. So like a lot of the work was there's some cleanup work, but I did a lot of this is just what you get when you turn that photograph of me into a pixel by reducing the resolution. And I put a spotlight on it. It's pretty cool. Okay, one more, and then I should do my thing. Do I have anything else cool? Oh, this is kind of funny. It's back to pixel art of me and my buddies. But when Greg and I have a show most Wednesdays we play beat 'em ups together, and then we rank the beat 'em ups into 4 tiers. Oh, you know what? Jeez, hold on. I wish I had. We're in a thing right now where my partner is doing a terrible job of sharing pictures with me, which is frustrating because my drag has gotten significantly better in the last few months, but I don't have most of the pictures handy. But here's a pretty good. This is not drawing. This is just me in drag, and it's like this was not for a performance or anything, so it's pretty. We did absolutely nothing to. First of all, that's not even that's not a breastplate that I bought. So the person whose breastplate I'm wearing has much darker skin than me. Just like every human being who lives that doesn't suffer from albinism. So yeah, so like it's certainly not seamless. It is very, very clear that I'm wearing a boob shirt. But otherwise, pretty good. Am I even wearing heels there? Or am I standing on my toes? Anyway, I will share more. Oh no. Has the sound cut out for everybody? If I... Uh-oh. Why? No, wait, I can see that the folks at home still hear the sound. What's happened? Why don't I get to hear the sound? Haha. Yes, yeah. That is a thing that I am cautiously... I don't know. For revisiting Mother 3, I'm interested to see how that goes. What is going... Why have I just... It's gone for me. Did the batteries die? Yep. Well, that sucks. Okay. One moment. I'm going to take a brief intermission and see if I can find my earbuds, but not too long, because I can just suffer without the sound if I have to. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. No luck. Okay. Uncle Drunk, I feel like this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Glad you stumbled along. Welcome to the fam. So, okay. Bummer for me, because obviously the music is great. But I guess I will do 40 minutes of silent Earthbound playing. Is it not there in the about? Hold on. I will find it. Wait, how? Hold on. I'm so bad at setting up how things are supposed to work. But I will just find the link. There we are. Copy link address. Boom. That should work. Let me know. Okay. Okay, back on track. Oh, baby! Offense went up by 5. Defense went up by 2. Guts went up by 1. IQ went up by 2. Luck went up by 1. Maximum hit points by 2. That rocks! Maximum PP went up by 8. Very nice. American Pop. No, I haven't. Perhaps I should look into it. Oh no. Don't want Ness's offense going down. Although it's always nice when the enemies choose to spend their entire turn doing non-damaging things. Oh, sweet. Well done, Cedric. I will, tomorrow I'll make a renewed effort to get Danielle to share the raw material of my more recent drag shows with me. Helps that this is an enemy from back when it was just Jeff. Okay. Stare Stonehenge, but you can't do anything right now. But I bet I'm supposed to be hearing the phone ring, the receiver phone. Oh no, it's the photograph guy. No music cues. Picture is taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay. Get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. And away he goes.
You kids don't look very bright. Let me explain. These stones are making a pattern. It's called Stonehenge. UFOs often visit here. You must have seen it on TV. You read about it in the tabloids.
This sprite, this particular NPC, really resonates with me because it's exactly one of my dad's best friends.
You must have seen it on TV or read about it in the tabloids. Yes, that's Stonehenge.
I don't think there's anything to be done about the eraser except wait for the Apple Kid to invent an eraser. Oh, Ness! Jeff wets his bed sometimes, but other than that, he's a good boy. Take care of yourself and Jeff. Bubble Monkey said there's a cave north of Stonehenge. I've known about it for a long time. The locals call the area Rainy Circle, but I haven't been there. I wonder what's inside the cave. I understand. Why you're checking out that place. Okay. They're not telling me to go to the secret cave underneath Stonehenge right now. And in fact, before when I was talking about revisiting winters at this stage, it was because there's a pencil. And we do have the pencil eraser. So let's get to work. There's a real risk that I named this episode The Boys of Summers, but because of my hard stop, I'm going to wind up being... Oh, geez. Here's the Sanctuary location. How are we doing? It's been a while since I specifically listened to the Smash Bros. Brawl soundtrack. But yeah, there are just some absolutely terrific, obviously, you know, for all kinds of different games. But I feel like all the Earthbound ones hit real well for me. You finally got here. This is the fourth, your sanctuary location. It's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's Shroom! Okay, well, let's start with the assumption that mushrooms don't like fire. But you know what? I'll just have Jeff spy and we'll find out for sure anyway. Scattered spores. Ness feels strange. He's been mushroomized. He did some damage. Jeff spies. Offense 95, defense 154, vulnerable to fire. Ness attacks. We hit it, despite feeling funky. Well, for now then, let's just unload. I don't have any big bottle rockets. Yeah, a callback to that at any point would be quite funny. Yeah, Ness is just feeling the fun. There's no real downside so far from the mushroom. But he's got that kind of, you know, his center of gravity is dropped. He's not in the shoulders anymore. He's down in the... Oh no. Jeffrey has been poisoned. We're at the stage in the game where if I brought some big bottle rockets, we get this done much faster. I think it eventually balances out, but right now they're OP. Thought I neglected to buy any from the illegal weapons dealer. Nonetheless, I feel like we're going to be okay in this fight. It does lose a little bit without the sound. I mean, I can imagine the music. Alright, Shroom became tame. We won. Ness and his friends get 32,108 experience each. Ness's level is now 45. Nice, hit points up 3. You learn the game still has things to reveal. One thing I learned about the game for the first time on this playthrough, I'd never realized it before, but then I kind of noticed the pattern, and then I looked it up and confirmed it. That you only get the oh babies and that rocks. The big stat boosts only happen on multiples of 4 for your level ups, and every other level up is inherently disappointing. Level 35, offense up 1, speed up 1. Well, sometimes you get a new PSI power. Guts up 1, luck up 1, HP up 1. Jeff's level is now 39, defense up 1, points up 1. But we made it. And will this cure our mushroomization? I'll have to go back and listen to this part of the melody. It feels like you should really hear the pieces of the melody as you put them together. Yeah. It's only ever happens. It's not even like lower odds. Never happens on a multiple of anything before. Ness caught a whiff of steak, but just for a second. You can tell I'm a good role player. Steak is not I'm a vegetarian. But I know that Ness is a steak guy, so I didn't change it. Ness's Soundstone recorded the melody of the Rainy Circle. Well done. We're demushroomized. We're back in business. They flee from me. They fear our power. These ones don't. Oh, there's no alliance, though, between the bears and the cavemen. Well, that's a thing that I only just learned. If it's any consolation. My first... How many times have I think I've beaten Earthbound all the way through like 3 times. And then I had numerous starting but not getting all the way there throughout my childhood and adolescence. I think I was like 20 the first time I beat the game. And then I beat it again around like 25, 26. Then I beat it again. How old would I have been if it was in 2014? 29? Ha! The thing is that I have a much more fully formed memory of the early phases, of course, because I played them a lot when I was younger. Like, rent the game, play it. Eventually, I found a used copy, got it, and played it. Took me an embarrassingly long time. The first time I got to, like, when you're playing as Pooh, I could not. I had undiagnosed ADHD until I was 35. I could not. It took me so many tries. I had to look it up in a walkthrough. How do you get through this meditation thing? Just put the controller down and just wait. Just be patient for that. Is it working? I don't. Paula's level is 36. Hey, 4 times 9, baby. Oh, baby! Offense went up by 3. Speed went up 2. IQ went up 2. Maximum hit points went up 2. That rocks! Maximum PP went up by 9. Meanwhile, elsewhere, not online, just in my regular life, I've been replaying a game that I've only beaten once before. Playing the Demon Souls remake. So, I mean, I've never beaten the remake before, but I've played Demon Souls once. Remake is pretty cool. I don't like the style. I don't like the way they updated, they kind of westernized the character designs and stuff, but the environments just look great. And, you know, the gore is all there. It's very enjoyable. I like it. It's certainly not my favorite Souls game, but it's quite good. Oh, Ness! Jeff wets his bed sometimes, but other than that, he's a good boy. Take care of yourself and Jeff. Looks like you found something out. I finished remodeling the Skyrunner. You can leave for Summers whenever you wish. Shouldn't break this time, well, maybe. One funny thing that I've found throughout the years is that, like, I remember finding this game very hard when I originally rented it. Like, struggling to get through, especially the parts where you just Ness, losing over and over again in the boss fight. It is really good. There's to some extent, there's a, like, the first cut is the deepest, and I played Dark Souls before I played Demon Souls. I do think that Demon Souls has the most disgusting and unpleasant poison swamp, if not the most actually challenging. I think Blighttown was harder for me than the Valley of Defilement, but the Valley of Defilement is gross. And I mean that in a laudatory way. I think part of it might be that you get to oh, Dr. Andonuts. Alright, here we are, trapped in Summers. And I have very little time left, but hey, I fulfilled the promise of the episode. You look so serious. You're in Summers, a dream paradise. Relax, have some fun. Yes, the music is worse, also. In kind of the same way that the character designs are a little worse, that they just kind of made it more, you know, well, this is what a dark fantasy is supposed to look like. This is what epic songs should sound like.
I'm just trying to take a nap in the shade. Don't bother me.
Oh, he thinks Jeff's a good kid. He's not trying to get rid of him. Oh, maybe this is, I can focus on my work for a couple of years while he hitchhikes back from Summers.
I wonder why such serious-looking kids as you would come to this resort town. You guys are spoiling the atmosphere.
We are killing the vibe.
The guy next to me is really bugging me. He keeps following me around. Wake up in the morning, fall in love, eat lunch, fall in love, and at night, fall in love again. It's my dream life.
Boom, got the drop on that beach mole.
Don't talk to me. My mind is a complete blank.
Oh, you, dude.
You from Eaglewood? Hey, if you like adventure, this isn't your kind of place. You should travel across the sea to Scaraba. From Toto, the port town.
Excuse me, are you related to the Sanchez brothers?
We have got some really spectacular things. What would you like?
Don't have any space.
You really should eat here.
We don't have space, do we? We don't. So, what do we not care about? Ooh. Given all those things I said about the plans, I should see if the humming of my phone is related to... It's not. What's coffee do? If you drink this, you're covered with 12 hit points. I guess it tastes good to adults. I'll say this. Yeah. Didn't find coffee tasted good as a kid. Although part of that might be that when I was a kid, we'd be like, let's make some coffee so we can stay up all night. Well, not a kid, like an adolescent. Yeah. Which is especially weird because they're the flags of the old monk whose whole gimmick is being possessed by a yellow cloth. So, like, yeah, these Blue Point developers, like, it's not like they did a bad job. It plays very well. The environments look great. But, like, yeah, just like whenever they decide to put their own spin on it, it's all just like, what if this was less distinctive? Yeah, just like pretend that the NPCs aren't looking up at you with cartoon faces and like emoting while they talk to you.
Hey, if you're bored, go check out the Scaraba Cultural Museum. It may be helpful to you. They have a hieroglyph from a pyramid.
Yeah, that does sound cool. But first, let's just explore the outside.
Have a fantastic vacation.
At least until you run out of money. Hotel de Summers. Hello, bird.
It's a minor bird. My guy next to me is really bugging me. He keeps following me around. I'm actually a surfer, but you can't surf at this beach. Should I become a porter so I get tips from all the old folks?
I don't know, you do you, man.
Hey! Stop putting your grimy little fingerprints all over my car, you little punk.
Thought you'd be excited to show your car off to some kids. Sky's blue, sun is high. Prices here are so high, it'll make your face turn blue. That's Summers. all of the third strongest moles would have like big fangs dripping blood and stuff. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles. Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest of memories. If they'd made an Earthbound film in the 90s, Martin Mull would have been perfect for this character. The late, great Martin Mull. Yeah. Yeah. So it's, yeah, it's still like, whatever. It's not like it's bad. But like, I would have been more into a straight, like, updating to HD of Demon Souls. Which, from what I recall, I have their remake of Shadow of the Colossus, but I only played a little bit of it. And I kind of remember feeling the same way, like, this looks incredible, technically. And, like, it has the foundation of a great work of art. So, like, why did they make these little tweaks? Red lipstick on the Mona Lisa in the Blue Point universe. Or the, that blonde nerd kid. Can't remember what he was in. Thank you again, Mr. Ness. Uh-oh, is Pokey in town? What is our PSIs? Oh, yeah, we're in fine shape. Jeff would like to stay at the hotel. He's a little beat up, but he's fine. Better call Ness's mom just in case.
Ness? Don't say a word.
Be problematic for child actor Macaulay Culkin to go, you know, total method and put on 100 pounds to play Pokey.
Don't say a word. I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh, my son. Who'd have thought he was such a brave kid? Oh, yeah. You're a hero, honey. Click.
Her soaps are on. She's watching her stories. Ness, it's your dad. I deposited $6,738 into your bank account. Taking away what you spent, you should now have $54,338 in the bank. Well, experience to get to the next level. Ness, 33,852. Paula, 22,416. Jeff, 31,853. Anyway, what do you need from me? Record, Dad. All done. Your dear old dad was also thinking about hitting the hay for the night. I've created a record of your adventure to this point. Good night, sleep tight. Not done just yet, Dad. Ness, you like to work hard, just like your mother, but don't think it's good to work too hard. Click, beep, beep, beep. No time to say goodbye. He's got to get back to work. I'm not sure if I picked up on that joke when I was like 12 years old playing this game for the first time. But it's a great joke. Never sees his dad because he's always at work. Please do. Please always share something cool in the chat, in the Discord, and the chat, whichever you prefer.
How annoying. Why are you wandering around? Summer's is a posh resort made for adults.
Sure thing, lady.
There's a big monster living in the sea between here and Scrabba. I've seen a picture of it.
Okay, what are we gonna want to buy? Hey, welcome to my store. What do you need? You're gonna buy something, eh? Oh yeah. Okay. Ooh, the lucky coin's better for everybody. Oh, please do. I feel like you're gonna be a shot of life into the Discord, Funkle Junk. Okay, my goodness.
Hey, this place isn't for looky-loos. If you're not buying, get out.
Well, actually, sir, I'm just walking over to the ATM. Okay. This might drain the. We're gonna be standing here for a while, just catching bills, but. No, it's probably just $40,000 bills. You can't. I mean, okay, if suddenly you're like, the things you're sharing are upsetting, but there's no limit to how much cool stuff people can share. Because everybody always has the option of just muting their notifications. But also, if it like, you know, if it motivates me to finally, it's been like, ah, jeez, we're back now. I'm not being a looky-loo, man. As you can see, I'm a kid, and I'm heavily weighed down by stuff. In fact, maybe I can carry more stuff. Here, Jeff, you nerd, have this protein drink. Great. Equip it here? Heck yes, I am. Sweet. A small boost in offense, but going from a shooting weapon to a bashing weapon is also excellent. Much appreciated. Okay. That was one piece. Everyone would like to have a lucky coin. I'll start with Ness. Yeah, I'll equip it. Good defense boost. Over the coin of defense, of all things. Lucky coin. For Paula. She'll equip it. Coin of defense. Boom. Nice doing business with you. Anything else? Yes. Not as big of a boost because he had a better coin to begin with. Alright, it was starting to look like we busted the game's economy, but no. We will no longer be in the money at the end of optimizing our gear right now. In fact, even just finishing this, I might need to go back to the ATM. Yep. Wow. Great. That's good. I'm still probably not going to... was that enough? I think it was. It was like 9,000 something. No. Nothing else? 2,000 bucks is a little much for walking around money. So let's just a nice, clear 1,000 bucks for children in a strange country. Whoa. The taxi was like, they're gonna be good tippers. I'm picking them up. A crazed sign. It says hi. Okay, well, step one, just find out how your bashing works. Jeff's crying because he just got coal rolled on. And now he's paralyzed. Jeez. That's not a great start. But there we go. Crazy sign stopped moving. There's a real risk here. There's a real public like danger in the street signs coming to life, going around, and then somebody bashes the street sign into submission, and now someone thinks that it's like you can go 60 in the school zone. Club Stoic. Interesting. I don't remember at all what happens right now. I know that fairly soon we're gonna jump over and play as Pooh for a bit, but I don't remember what motivates that. Right now, part of the Scaraba Cultural Museum is being remodeled. Do you still want to enter? $3 per person. Study hard. Here's your $9, lady. I was a very, very well-behaved kid, despite the undiagnosed ADHD, because I was able to put together pretty early. If I get in trouble, they'll take away my video games. Which I bring up because you comparing yourself to Ness reminded me once of me saying to a friend something about, identifying with Calvin and Hobbes, and him being like, "What are you talking about? You're nothing like Calvin." With the idea being, Calvin's cool because he pisses his parents off. And I meant more like, I'm an imaginative young boy.
Why would Mr. Spoon from the Forside Museum try to call me? I bet he just wants to brag about something. Well, let him try. I wonder what he wants to tell me. I dare him to try and upstage me. Oh, pardon me. I was just talking to myself.
All right, sir. Ram Raisin, the Fourth's casket. Fortunately, even in the 6th grade, I understood what was going on in the 6th grade. I didn't get into an argument because this specific friend was the angriest young man I knew during the period that, in hindsight, I realized coincided with him going through puberty. So I was like, no, we don't need to get in a fight where he's going to punch my arm really hard. But I know I'm Calvin-esque in many ways.
I saw a chubby kid about your age here. Looked like he was awfully wealthy.
He was being extravagant.
Okay.
Tutankhamun's lunchbox. Ram Raisin the Fifth's training pot. I'm not talking to you, sir. Tutankhamun's pencil box. I like the idea that in Scaraba, it's a funny thing. My parents, my mom was totally bought into the Simpsons are a cultural menace thing for several years. And so there were many years where I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons as a kid, even though we were also a big Columbia House family with our 5-disc changer. And so we had the Simpsons Sing the Blues CD and stuff. But it was totally because of the obviously untrue note. I remember kids who, like me, were not allowed to watch The Simpsons. The things they would whisper about what happens in The Simpsons absolutely are not accurate. And I remember when I finally got to watch The Simpsons, saying to a friend of mine, seems kind of weird. I don't know why my parents didn't want me to watch this. Well, I'm Canadian, so Mulrooneyism, I guess. So that was not nearly as socially conservative of a conservative government as the Reagan administration. Where's my thought going? Oh yeah. So I remember saying to a childhood friend, seems weird that our parents wouldn't let us watch this. I don't really get it. And my friend whispering to me, "Oh, in the earlier season, they said the F word." No, they didn't. That's not true. But it is absolutely true that while I didn't become any kind of troublemaker or misbehavior as a result of Bart Simpson's influence, I was absolutely the underachiever and proud of it type by the time I got to high school. Getting good grades by coincidence without caring at all about where my life was going. This room is being remodeled, so I can't show it to you. I can't. Well, I usually don't show this room. Once you hit adulthood, you'll understand. I do, however, like jewelry. Perhaps a little... Yeah, just on network TV. Somehow it slipped past the censors. It was outrageous. But also particularly funny because, like, the early seasons of The Simpsons, you know, obviously are less madcap and wacky as later seasons. But then just trying to imagine, like, the episode where Homer eats the puffer fish and then they have to worry about whether he's going to die. And Bart just being, you know,
Fuck, man, I might lose my dad.
Meanwhile, Dan Quayle was out there being like, "Oh, we gotta get rid of this Murphy Brown." Oddly enough, my very socially conservative religious uncle, the big bonding thing between him and my cousin was that they both love The Simpsons. Very odd. I got to watch The Simpsons because of my much cooler uncle, because we were all at my grandmother's, and he was like, "Well, I want to watch The Simpsons," and it was too early to send me to bed, so they had to let me watch. The first episode I ever saw was the one where Homer gets open heart surgery, and I laughed so friggin' hard when Dr. Nick said, "And the red things connected to my wristwatch." For whatever reason, at the last moment there, I felt unconfident in my ability to pull out my Dr. Nick voice. Yeah, it's a great introduction to The Simpsons. That episode. Perhaps a little, shall we say, under the table deal would be in order. Okay, well, we know the quest there to get into the back room. Gotta find some kind of fancy jewelry to give this man. I don't think I already have any fancy jewelry. And also, I have hit the time when I told my lady love that I would stop so that we could prepare for our company tonight. And like a true gentleman, I'm not even going to go back to the hotel. I will use the first available phone. Ness, it's your dad. I'm not going to read this again. All done. Your dear old dad was also thinking about hitting the hay for the night. I've created a record of your adventure to this point. Good night, sleep tight. End. We're a great team, aren't we? Well, you should turn the power off instead of just pressing reset. All right? All right. Cool. So here's the sad and frustrating news. I might not be able to do this. I might have to take a week off next week. If I can avoid it in any way, I will. Because we're having fun. And I would absolutely love to carry on. I'm going to resist looking up the summer's music on YouTube. Save it as a nice surprise for myself because I didn't get to hear it right now. I'm going to charge my headphones immediately. So that we're ready. Okay, this was fun. Getting back in the swing of things, even if suddenly I'm going to be disrupted again and out of the swing of things. Okay. Where are we going from here? Tomorrow afternoon, I believe in my heart, we're finishing up with Maniac Mansion. I've already done it once with Dave, Spike, Razor, sorry. Spike is the cool punk girl from a Canadian show called Degrassi. I think. I never watched that much. So maybe Spike is the dude. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. I did it with Dave, Razor, Bernard. Now I'm trying to do it. With Dave, Wendy, the novelist, and Michael, the photographer. So I can pull that off tomorrow, and I think I can. Then we'll say goodbye to Maniac Mansion, and then the next adventure game will either be the first Monkey Island game, or I'll take a temporary detour to do this Dreams in the Witch House point-and-click adventure from fairly recently. So that's so tomorrow, Maniac Mansion in the afternoon. Then, as far as I know, barring disaster, Greg will be over here. From the new class, yeah. That is where he was originally famous. What am I saying? My goodness. Wednesday, Greg should be here. And our next game in our tour, right now we're checking out what happened to all the major beat 'em up series of the early years of the beat 'em up in the 21st century. We're going to play River City Saga: Three Kingdoms, which I'm excited for. I only recently discovered, I knew this game existed, but I had assumed it was just another game with the River City Girls engine. But it's very clearly not. Even we don't know exactly what it is, but it doesn't have the graphics, and it seems to also be much more of a throwback. Always, everyone should just keep on putting, the list is long, and some things just, eventually I'm going to die, but not soon. But I keep on plugging through that list, even though it keeps getting longer. So always happy to hear suggestions. But yeah, River City Saga with Greg on Wednesday. And then we have to double check our schedules, but we think we're going to do Friday night Frosthaven on Thursday this week because it's a dear friend's birthday party Friday night. My drag mother's birthday party on Friday night. And then we'll find out in the interim if I have to take another weekend off, or if we can play some more Earthbound next Saturday, which I hope we can. We'll do what we can. Either way, we're heading into June, July, August, which is the best time for doing lots. Ooh, I've heard of that, and also heard that specific go in blind advice. Definitely on the list. Maybe something I will aim for around, September, October. The Halloween time. Okay, that's enough for me. I mean, maybe, whatever. I did Phantasmagoria this summer. Doesn't have to be at Halloween. Okay, Sanitarium. I will look into it, but in a, just a, where do I get this? Not a, what is this? And what should I expect? I'll expect as little as I possibly can. All right, time to shut her down. Right on. I had fun. Hope you had fun. Check it out. You stuck around to the end. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, can't hear my voice. Boom, let's stop by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, which is hopefully sooner than later, but we'll see what happens. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.